Brothers and sisters, being righteous is dope, but you have to invest in it and be true to oneself at all times. My soldiers and soldierettes, salute. Being righteous is dope. And what you heard, yeah, being righteous is dope. I mean, this ain't no joke. Yeah, being righteous is dope.
Brothers and sisters, what's happening? And thank you for joining in, coming in to another edition of EBX Discussion. And as I always say, if you are alive and breathing, we are back to conquer another day. Never forget that. And today, we're gonna talk about honor. And, you know, I just want to break honor down. But before I get to it, man, I honor thy ancestors whose spirit is alive and well. And many great brothers and sisters out here salute. And that's within our families, reachers and teachers, brothers and sisters in the world, and brothers and sisters online. But remember, we always go beyond and above online. You know, we do what we do, give out good energy, because that's good, because we got brothers and sisters all over the world that need that spiritual connection. But make sure our mindset is always above and beyond. Emphasis on that, because that way we don't miss things, and we can explore and man, conquer, you know, new spiritual ground. You know, conquer anything we come against, or anything that try to come against us. You know, it always starts with the mind. But I want to talk about, you know, but before I go on, I gotta say, may all of our families prosper and everything we touch turn to gold, especially those who mean well in the pit of our soul. And thank those current subscribers, new subscribers that have been riding along with the brother. Remember, we're not followers, we are leaders. So thank you for joining and standing with a brother, because remember, there's many great brothers and sisters out here. So today we're gonna talk about, you know, I had to get nature, you know, and I want to honor those teachers before me that taught me the importance of becoming one with that great divine, greater creator, Mother Nature, the universe, because it's not an easy thing to get to, you know. I just always have to put emphasis on that too, and a lot of us know this, but those that haven't quite made it there, keep going. It's not easy. You know, certain things are supposed to happen in our lives on this walk to teach us, to get us to a certain level, so we can sit back and go, okay, and then we go on from there. But I want to talk about honor and how a great student makes a great teacher. And when we honor thy teacher, we honor thyself. Because, you know, I don't know if it's just me, you know, my opinion, you know, like I do here, suggest, give advice and opinions, you know, things to kind of spark our interest in different things we don't think about sometimes. And again, I'll reiterate from time to time, those that are righteous and real, not playing no games on this walk, and teaching our loved ones, and man, got that fierce power in us that ain't taking no crap, you know. We're all a part of the same tree. I just want us to keep that in our mind, but I'm sure we know this. I just want to kind of reconfirm it, you know. We're all a part of the same tree, just different branches. But when it's righteous and going toward the same goal, it's all part of the same tree. It's up to those who want to learn and connect. And when we can learn to be a student, man, we can be the best teachers we'll ever be. And we don't have to have no degree or I mean, it's good to have those things now. I'm not against that, you know, having degrees if you know, graduated and, you know, you got a diploma, you know, it's good. It's still something that's within you, that's disciplined and has productivity. And that's things we got to have in our psyche. That's why, you know, I'm so thankful, and be thankful if you do have an open mind and you might have ran into, whether it's person, place, or thing, might have a disagreement with, you know, we got to have constructive debates, you know, and not attack each other. Because if you're not self-aware, unfortunately, there are those that may be there yet, because a lot of us that are reaching and teaching and that are there, and that could be in our families also, we've reached different heights, so we can feel things. And those that are not quite there yet don't realize that. So, and I'm saying that to say, that's why I say being a great student makes for a great teacher. Because, and I say, these are things that we have to have in our psyche. Now, I'm not, like I say, I don't want to come off like I'm some kind of expert in this area, But over time, when you see the results of changing one's thoughts, man, mind, body, and spirit, that's what will make you, you'll want to teach. Then you will know, because we have to know, not believe. We have to know, and that's something I've learned from a great teacher. Honor thy teacher, honor thyself. And remember, teacher also can be that great divine. It comes from, everything begins with a thought, our psyche, and it comes from what? From that great divine, because that great divine works through our psyche. So the more we study our spirit, mind, body, psyche, the more powerful we will become, and we will be able to, come up with ways to create solutions for every situation we come into. It just all depends. It always comes back to that mind. So again, what I was what I was getting ready to say a minute ago about when we have constructive debates, those we are debating with, or maybe listening to, it could be online, just in life in general. Remember, how we give off our energy, those that have been on this walk for a while and have really got spirituality embedded deep within their soul, as I have learned, I can feel things, and I'm sure others can do this too. We can feel things. We know if it's a constructive debate, conversation, or if it's something to just, start something or something out of hate. A lot of us can feel these things. So we have to try our best to be genuine. Now, we're going to do human things, because we in this human body. I always say, I hate the human flesh. Never give in to the human flesh. You hear me say that a lot. Because we have to rationalize. We have to be as intelligent as we possibly can. And again, intelligence isn't always having degrees and diplomas, and it's just a right way of thinking, doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. That's what intelligence is, and a lot of things great will come along with that. And that's what being a great student is all about. So never stop learning, never stop knowing who we are, and explore different things. Don't let the way of the world sway you. If you have that teacher inside of you, if you have a student that you might be teaching, because we all have been students at one time or another, but we still keep that student spirit within, because like I said a few minutes ago, a great student makes for a great teacher. So never give up, Always remember, always gotta say this. Little reflection is what empowers us. Remember all the great things that so many of us have powered through, and got so much more. That great divine always have something for those that are righteous and mean well. So, and I just had to get this about one's spirit. It's good to release. It's good to get things out, but we get the bad out, but especially the positive. Because studying oneself is therapeutic, and it's even more therapeutic when we share that gift, when we share that desire, we share that love, we share that teaching to others, And being humble is not a soft thing. That goes back to being a student, When we become more self-aware and more embedded in our psyche and our spirituality, we won't look at being humble as soft, because we'll know what to be humble to and what not to be humble to. Because the great divine is never soft, but it teaches us to be true to oneself, and we don't always have to either act or react to to things. We can lay back, analyze things, figure things out, because we always got to watch those impulses. And you hear me talk about impulses a lot, because that is the biggest, I will say this so many times, that is the number one issue and in the world in general, and especially social media. So that's if you want to succeed in your mind in this life, and you want to feel free, not just saying free, always study impulses, instincts, even things that might kind of catch us off guard. This is all part of this is everything that I say and do, and things you hear other teachers and reachers and teachers and those that are, teaching their passions and sharing their experiences. We go through things, those that teach, we go through things too that, everybody can use a little uplifting, because that just keep those pistons firing, and it's a beautiful thing when those that are self-aware and not playing on this walk, what is our best our best, when do we get those downloads, the best downloads? But when we're standing in nature, for one. Remember, everything comes through that divine. You can't go around it. You can try to make up your own life. You can try to play God. And you'll see how your life will turn out. And like I say, today, we have to look up things and research things, but all you have to do is just look abroad, because social media and things in this world is our evidence of what the opposite of being righteous is, And like I said, like my song say, F what you heard, being righteous is dope, because look at those who have lived a righteous life. Those who have done well most of their life. And even if they didn't, they turned their life around. Look how much better their life is. Look how better they look. Look how their health is. You got brothers and sisters that's up in age, and I'm talking like 50 and on up, and look like they in their 30s. Real talk, because they stepped into a better self. They stepped into a better them. We step into a better us. I'm telling you, being positive is more than just saying it. When you live it, brothers and sisters, it will show. And this is young or old, but we have to invest in it. We can't be afraid or worry about, what person, place, or thing thinks, because and I'm not talking to one about those in my circle, whether online or my family. I'm talking about things on the outside of us. I'm always talking, when I say things like that, enemies and person, place, or thing, it's things on the outside of us. Because what do I always say, brothers and sisters? When you are connected and you are in a righteous circle within yourself and the outer, that's what you will be surrounded with. That's what you will see. It's all about the environment we choose. And when we choose that great divine righteously, and not using it, and not exploiting things, and not clout chasing, and not bashing nobody, it's okay to talk about people and individuals, but we gotta do it in an intellectual way, brothers and sisters. We gotta stop tearing each other down, just to rise. How long are we gonna do this over and over? Everyone knows about karma. I don't care who we are. You don't have to be super educated. Little pause. You don't have to be super educated. You don't have to be super spiritual. But one thing that all of us know about is karma. So I don't know why those that are toxic and hateful and evil and not really looking to help humanity, I'm sure in some point of their lives, those who are toxic have experienced karma, but some people think they can override the great divine, the great creator, Mother Nature, the universe. It's impossible. You're going up a slippery slope. So you might as well just get on board, work with yourself, better yourself, and you will see in the long run. But as we hear so many great brothers and sisters say, so many teachers, I know we sound like a broken record, but we have to put in the work. It all begins with self, and then we always say we work our way out. And then I'm telling you, when you get that first result of giving out that good vibration, what you have learned, and what you have, have taken in your system as being a student and became a teacher. And like I say, we're always still a student anyway, those that are real to the pit, to that divine soul, man, because that divine got some of us. We are some of us great reachers and teachers out here. Salute. That divine is so embedded, so deep in us, nothing can stop us, ever. And like my son said on the song, and look for my son, Lord Lamont, and it's my 27-year-old, and I haven't talked to him in a couple days, but he'll be back on here, Lord Lamont, and I just recently uploaded a song called No Slaves, so check that out, look for that. I'll be making music, of course. The song you just hear now, and you heard at the beginning, and probably at the end. Righteous is dope. Don't care what nobody say. You can try to, you can try to deflect it, and you can try to ignore it, and again, you can try to play God. The divine just, the divine laughs at those that try to play God, because what goes around does come around. That's more of a saying. Once you lived it and you've been through the wrong choices of life, and man, you've been through things like, woo, I'm never doing that again. I'm telling you, good energy and teaching others and connecting to that universe, man, it will propel us. Man, it will propel us. And man, catapult us to a level we never thought we'd be. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, you know what I mean. but it will. Man, and also, not only will that divine spirit, you know, catapult us to a great position, especially in our mind, not just in our life. Because you hear me say 1,000 times, success is a state of mind. Because everything begins with a thought. I know we hear that a lot, but there's just no way of getting around, working with thyself. And then however long it takes, we have to heal before we teach. It just ain't no way, so, and if we are fake within, great divine will bring it out. So we better work on that area. If we have little things within ourselves that we know and that great divine knows, because we always know, you can't run from that truth. And I've said this, I know I say this a lot, but I'm gonna say it again. The truth comes for all of us. So what are you gonna do when the truth comes for you? So that's one of the great things and the great qualities of being humble as a student. And like I say, when you honor thy teacher, you honor thyself. And that's what we need to get back into. We need to get honor back into our culture. I mean, it's in there some places, but not enough. And this will be part one when I talk about honor, because I'm going to do a podcast about honor. And I want to do the definition. I want to break that word down, and I want to put that energy out there. I want to put that out there to the universe. Let's manifest great honor. And honor thy father, honor thy mother, honor thy sister, and honor thy brother the best way we can, and try to figure each other out and teach each other. Now, if you don't want to learn, if you're hateful, if you're toxic, and you don't have constructive debates, then you're going to have to go off and heal yourself, because again, like I said a little while ago, those who have a very heightened vibration, we can feel if you're genuine or not, because everyone has to go through that filtering process. I don't care who you are. Everyone has to go, especially when we're by ourselves, because that's when we connect. When we get to ourselves, rationalize, think. If we do have a debate or a so-called problem or a challenge or something, always meditate about it. Everything that we are coming into that we think might be, very, very important and vital, meditate on that thing, whether it's positive or negative. And then when you come to it, you'll already have your thoughts together. Because remember, you got to watch those impulses. Those impulses in this human body, man, sometimes they have a mind of its own if we don't have our mind right. So as I learned from a great brother, just keep our minds right and we'll never go wrong. And that's what will keep us being a great student. And man, and we'll be reaching and teaching, and we'll make others become good students and become teachers. Because man, when you can be a student and be humble, not soft, like I said, it's not about being hard, it's not about being tough, we deal with every situation we encounter accordingly. Things that are insignificant, we let the divine take care of it. And that divine will let us know when we need to step in and say something or do something. That action will always be in us, especially those that have been on this walk forever. And like I say, I too was a student, and I still am. But I'm a teacher, but it's more development to be made. We can always do better. We never let ourselves, and I'm sure a lot of us don't do this, but for those that do, don't get to a space where, okay, I'm a teacher now, I'm good. Kind of keep that little student spirit. That's how you don't miss things, and we don't get too high on the pedestal. Even though that great divine, those that are righteous and real to the pit and have no toxicity within them, let that divine put us on the pedestal, and we'd be righteous and we'd be humble about that pedestal. And what do? We connect to our loved ones, so we can put them up there, so we can all be in that same tree. We all can grow, because that's what it's about. Because we need soldiers and soldierettes, within our families and our circles, reachers and teachers, students, those who listen to us, those whose lives that we are changing, brothers and sisters. I'm telling you. I reiterate this sometimes. I heard a great brother say, and this is not my saying, it's somebody else, another great brother. I don't like to say names, that's my thing, because I'm not a clout chaser, I get away from that, because we gotta stay authentic within, and man, as much as we can. I know that sound good and smooth, but we have to live it. That divine will show us. I'm telling you, great divine don't play. So, but what I heard from a great brother, what is the greatest thing about us students and those that are teaching. It's just those that are chimed in and not looking for entertainment and really learning. For those, however long we're listening to those that are teaching, whether it's me or another great brother and sister, salute. Because it's a lot of us out here, amongst the toxicity and the bad ones and all that mess. But for those that are real, those that are engaging in those and that are teaching, and we really are learning, for that hour or two, however few minutes it is, whether it's 20, 30, for those few minutes or that couple hours, we're thinking free. We are embellishing, embellishing our mind, but in a righteous way. I don't mean like, fake, but we are looking to grow. For that hour or two, we are evolving, we are elevating, we got our mind open. At that moment, we're not thinking about nothing negative. We're not thinking about nothing negative. And that's what's the beautiful thing about listening to a teacher for a couple of hours, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. That's the beautiful thing. 'Cause at that moment, we're not doing nothing negative for just that few minutes. I'm telling you, and then you carry that thought, even when you're done listening to the speaker or whatever. And this could be online or in the world, or someone that you're learning from or inspired by. And then when you're done listening to them, you carry that in your subconscious and it stays in your mind. And that's the most beautiful thing about reaching a teacher. So, like I say, we be a student, but we also be a teacher, at the same time. And like I say, a great student always makes for a great teacher. And as much as we can, brothers and sisters, reachers and teachers, current subscribers, new subscribers, man, be a great student and become a great teacher. And man, when we honor thy teacher, which is that great divine first, because that great divine, Mother Nature, the great creator, universe, is the first teacher overall. And like I said, when we honor thy teacher, we honor thyself. So that's my fault. That was just in my spirit, and I wanted to get out in nature, because I'm always, and like I said, this is part 1 of honor, because I want to break that word honor down. Like I say, honor thy teacher, we honor thyself. I'm going to say it one more time. Honor thy honor thy mother, honor thy father, honor thy sister, and honor thy brother. Honor thy children the best way we can. And I'm going to break honor down. And this is going to be part 1, and it's just going to be called, honor. That might be just the title, but this will be part 1, but it'll be a podcast. And thank those for tuning in to another edition of EBX Discussion. I appreciate you. And reachers and teachers, salute, that's putting in that work and doing their thing, and that's real and divinely connected. I appreciate you, because there are teachers that I have learned from. Remember, it's also in our families too. I don't never forget about my family. So if you think I forgot about you, I never will. Those are my circle that I have learned from. And others that are in my circle, you are my subconscious. I spiritually protect you in my solitude moments every day. And that's from the heart. And that's real. Because, like I say, what we have inside does matter, even when we're not around others. Keep a family spirit. And that's the great thing about being a student and a teacher, especially when we understand. So that's my thought. And like I say, thank those that have been listening. I appreciate you, reachers and teachers. I honor your family. I honor my family. Man, I honor my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters all over the world. May you have the ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. Salute.
I no longer believe, cause now I know. Can't be deceived, always on my toes. I see the enemy, I am the foes. Fuck the bullshit and continue to grow. I let the inner glow. Yeah, what the heck we waiting for?